Hi everybody, this is a day trade recap. Today is January 13th. I worked with two stocks. I started very early this morning in pre-market. I was trying to be ready by 5 o'clock. I was a little bit later, but I was able to catch a stock during pre-market and then one after opening bell. The first stock that I worked with today was ISPC. This is a stock that I'm familiar with. I've worked with before. And today it had a little bit of news, but I do know that you have to be really careful. Right now we're in a bear market, and so a lot of momentum just kind of falls apart fairly quickly after a pop. And this is a biotech or pharmaceutical or something like that. And so, they don't generally hold up very well after opening bell. But if you can catch them early enough, you can make a little profit on them. This one hit my scanner. I became aware of it. I'm listening to my scanner very closely, especially in this market, because you're not going to get a lot of opportunities. So you have to really pay a close attention. And the minute you hear something alert on your scan, go check it out, right? Don't chase. You got to know where it's going to go. You can see that this is my line right here, my target line, and look how accurate that was. And I'll show you in a minute how I was able to get that dead on. But anyway, I think I was looking at it somewhere in here, and that's when let me go ahead and delete this so you can see how I drew that. All right. When it alerted, right, you don't know where it's going to go, right? You don't know it's going to go here and turn around. Do you know that? How do you know that this is the target before it gets there? So I'm looking at it at about 6 o'clock or 6:01 this morning, and I hear the news, I see the news, and I need to get some lines on here. So I take a couple of minutes. Yes, you're going to miss a little bit of range doing that, but you're going to be really accurate with your target. You're going to know that you're going to get as much as you possibly can out of what is left in that range if it makes sense to trade it. So this candle was right around $7.37. I went to my daily chart really quickly, knowing that there's news. Here's the daily chart. And as you can see, I've worked with this. I've got lots of notes on here. We're in a bear market. You're being conservative with your levels. First thing I do is I look for this. I look for where a tail of a candle, right? And this thing clicked on it touched the 50 EMA. So I kind of mark that, and then I look to the right of that, because here we are over here, right? So I'm looking to the left initially, looking for a tail that corresponds with an EMA or something like that, and then other candles that confirm that general level, and maybe a VWAP angle, and we had all of that right here. So it just made perfect sense. That would be my top click for my targets, and then the bottom, a similar thing. I'm looking for candle bottoms and a VWAP that confirms that area. And so I put this line here and this line here, then I come get my target tool. It really doesn't take me very long. I'm just explaining it to you, so it takes a little longer. I click there. Actually, I'm a little bit off. Let me be a little more accurate, because you really have to be accurate with this. So let me get my target tool, and I was clicking on this white line that I drew and this other line that I drew right there. Oops, it moved. And it may not be exactly what I had, but hold on, let me go back to where we were. Yeah, that was more or less the thing. So my entry, by the time I got in, I actually got in around $8.15, and my target was $8.80. And that was just fine. That's plenty of range right there. And it worked out perfectly. You see that? I had my sell order in ready to go, and I got out when I needed to. So that was a nice little way to start the morning off. And then it, like I said, it just gave it all back. Look what it has done. It's back where it started from. It's exactly back. And I'm seeing that a lot lately in this bear market. I'm seeing stocks, they do this little pop and then they go right back where they started from. So that was ISPC. Even though it had pretty good news, it just didn't hold up. This is a stock that's heavily shorted, has a pretty high short interest. So, that's to be expected. The short traders are looking for these pops, and then they get right on it and they start taking it down again. The next stock was TKAT, and it's a Chinese stock, and I don't like this stock at all, but there was nothing else in it. I became aware of it right around here, here, and right around 7:37 this morning, and I had some lines already on my chart, so I just left them, because what I did, this was a line that was from a previous day of trading. What I did was I just verified it, and I'm going to show you what I did. So when you have a line already on there, it lined up with the 50 EMA over here. I look to the left and see, you know, what else is hitting that level. We've got a wick and a bunch of bottoms. It was pretty close. So I figured I'd stick with that and maybe a little lower, get out a little lower. And so anyway, I planned to get in. I got in right around $3.82. This candle halted. Okay, it halted, and I thought, oh shoot, we're gonna halt, and I don't like this stock, so I put my sell order in during the halt, just, you know, on a market order, and I said I'm gonna sell. And usually what'll happen is buyers jump in on a halt, and I'm going to be a seller selling to those buyers, and so I'll get a better fill on a market order. And I was able to get out here at 443, so getting in at 381 and out at 443, that was, you know, that was a good little like 60-cent trade right there per share. I didn't take it all the way up to here. It did go there. I don't even know if I would have been able to get out there, but I did get out here. It pushed up and got me out right there, and so I was happy with that. Okay, and after that I just didn't trade any other stocks. But you can see that my entry here was getting into down on this indicator. It was looking pretty good. When your little red dots are below this green line, that's good. That's a good entry, especially like if you want to get in, if you happen to catch a stock that where the dot crosses below this green line going up, you can get in early on that. But this was fine to get in here. You want to be careful though, because once you're above this red dash line, things are pretty overextended, and at some point it will come down. You can see here the dot, you wouldn't know it from the dot, but these blue bars were starting to descend. So, you know, for me, I just decided I'm in a halt. I'm going to put my sell order as a market order and get out, sell to the buyers and get out at a pretty good fill. And that's what I did. So that's all I've done today. You have to be really careful in this market, and don't push your luck. Our top gainer of the day, oh, we've got GMVD. I didn't even notice that one. I don't know anything about that stock right now. I just happened to look at my scanner. It's looking a little overextended. You see this dot is crossing the green line right now, and so it'll probably sell down. Look what it's doing. Let me zoom in so you can see what that looks like. Usually when this red dot crosses, you're going to get, probably a downturn. So this indicator will give you a heads up. It doesn't lag. So for a trader that's on a minute chart, you need something like this. Okay, it gives you a lot of good signals. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit off, but considering that it's a leading indicator, not a lagging, you're gonna do better with it, especially if this green line starts to point down and you're in this overextended zone. I mean, you can check your 5-minute chart to see if it's got a little bit. I don't even have lines drawn. Maybe if I had a line drawn here, it would help me. Let me put a line on here really quick since I've got nothing else going on. Yeah, we're right at a target level too. So on your 5-minute chart. So, and look how it's treating that line. It's treating it as resistance. Do you see how the wicks are just hitting it and coming down, hitting it? I'll be surprised if it goes above that. It may, but I doubt it. All right, plus that's a $4 wick right here. But I find that whenever these red dots cross above this green line, you're going to get an early signal. Right here was the early signal, right at that $4. You could have sold right at the top, and now you know that, hey, it's probably going to come down. We're going to probably get a retest of that 4, and then it'll reject. But anyway, yeah, this is GMVD. Just kind of watching it because right now it's sort of a chase. But I would wait for a signal here, either a blue bar crossing back above the 0 line or something up here telling me, but I really feel like it's kind of overextended. It needs to come down to support. Look at that, 404. You get that a lot. You'll get a test of that level, and then it'll push down. But anyway, we'll see what it does. Anyway, that's all I have for you in this video. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions or need any help with some really cool indicators that will really keep you on the right side of the market or the right side of your trade in the green, just let me know, and I can mentor you through anything. Anyway, that's it for today, and I hope you have a great day. Talk soon.